Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This time we'll talk about Legends Limited Metal Cooler on why is he so bad. So let's start this up with his max stats. Obviously these stats will vary depending on your active title bonus and all that stuff, so keep this as like an average. I compared it with the stats I would have, and my stat would have been like a little higher than this. And yeah, but it doesn't matter that much because at the end of the day, these stats are horrendous. Strike attack stat, terrible. 14-star unit with those stats. Strike defense, horrendous. He's a defensive unit. If you look at, I don't know, Legends Limited, Kaioken Goku, obviously he's a transforming unit, but even pre-transform, he has way better stats than this guy, and obviously after transformation, it's a whole different story. Like Kaioken has like 200k defenses, and look at this, and Kaioken has over 300k strike attack and way more blast attack than this. This is so bad. Obviously, this is a defensive character, and Kaioken is like a melee character, even though he feels more defensive than this guy. But yeah, that's just one example of a unit that literally came out before this guy as a Legends Limited character. Not counting the Ultra characters right now, just Legends Limited. And overall, even though I compare him to a transforming unit, even without transforming, these stats are terrible. So, where does it go after this? Main ability, destroy one card or ult next. Okay, alright. Only 20% health. Like, okay, I guess that's ass, but yeah, Plus 50 key, alright, that's pretty good. Ally sub count -5. It's like, dude, why? Like, there's only niche scenarios where this does even make sense. And that's when you literally go from your or combo with your other two characters, switch in to the second one, and then switch into Metal Cooler. Like the thing you should never even do to begin with. And then this main ability makes sense with the -5 sub count because it lowers both party member sub counts by 5, right? But like that's such a niche scenario, and why would you swap to a defensive unit that has such bad stats and pretend they will actually do damage with their ultimate, right? And so that you can ultimate, still have your vanish, and then probably 5 counts already went over, and you can swap back to another unit. Like this is just so niche. Like it comes in handy, obviously, but I'd rather take on something else instead of this. Like maybe get type null or something to make or get some damage into yellow units and red. Destroy an enemy entire hand. I mean, that's always pretty good if they just main themselves and then you main ability. Also, if after second comeback, vanish gauge plus 100%, like that's also like what I mean. Like, why didn't he or doesn't he get this just before as well? You can only pop the main once, so what the hell? Like, come on, dude. After second comeback, like, nah. Weird main ability. It's really bad in my opinion. So let's scroll down to the old. So we have it right after. Massive explode damage, right on activation ultimate, plus 30%. It needs to be higher on his low stats. Damage guard penetration plus 70%. That's decent. Penetrate, endurance, always good, right? On hit, enemy ki minus 100. I mean, pretty niche as again, but it is what it is. Nothing too crazy. It kind of sounds crazy, but with his stats, it really is not that crazy. Especially if you face a low star, it will not do that much. And after that, we go to the start abilities. Damage plus 280. That's good. That's decent. Damage guard 125. This is so terrible. With his bad defensive stats, it's abysmal. But he will get more, I know. But we'll go to that later. Key recovery 50%. I mean, that's always pretty good for comboing. Draw speed +1. You have to have it. Nothing too crazy. You gotta have it. Nullify abnormal conditions. It's really damn good because there are many units that can like annoy you right now. On strike, blast arts used. Obviously, it resets on switch or comeback. Draw one card one time. Like, why is it only once? Like, make it at least twice. Like, what the hell is the issue? Key plus 30. That's always pretty good. Unique gauge plus 20%. Decent. Nullify special cover chains 5 counts one time. Why do I slap this on every character now? It's always the same thing. Use the card, get 5 counts. Like, god damn it, dude. But yeah. The weird thing is, no key on entry. I feel like every unit that doesn't get key on entry plays so wacky. Because you always gotta make sure you have enough key. Like, obviously, okay, he gets key when he uses the card, right? But in my opinion, he should get this on entry. Like, why is he nerfed like that? Why does he have to use a card to get this key? Why doesn't he just get it on entry? Like, come on. That's nothing that crazy. On strike, blast arts hit with full unique gauge. On strike / blast hit with full unique gauge. So unique gauge is full. He draws a special move and 40 key. Like, that's it. That's it. No damage increase, no like, I don't know, damage guard increase. He draws a blue and gets 40 key. Not even 50, 40. Okay. Sure. That's terrible. When on battlefield, an enemy uses vanishing step. Enemy. You attack, they vanish, you get this. Health plus 10%. What's that gonna do? Like, with those defense stats, your opponent taps you once, and there goes 10%, dude. Enemy draw speed -1, 10 counts. I mean, that's decent, that's pretty good, but nowadays, if you get inflicted with this, and you are able to get the combo off, aka you in this position get hit, and your opponent gets this debuff, right? They would just switch units, get another card, and combo you forever. Like, that doesn't stop them. Unless it's like a 1v1 scenario. But yeah. When hit by enemy arts, damage plus 20% for 20 counts. Okay, this could stack, right? Pretty stackable. Even though if you get 20% on a low base stat line, it's basically nothing. So you add nothing to nothing to nothing. Okay. And also defensive units, so you probably prioritize or should prioritize defensive equipment, so this is even more worthless. Nullify damage received element disadvantage 5 counts one time. Why is it only 5 counts? Like, if you get comboed by a yellow unit, like it's over. They will combo you from longer than 5 counts and they will destroy you. Activation counts reset on switch or comeback. Enemy key -5. Why is it -5? Like, at least make it -10. So it has a bigger impact. or have -5 and have their card cost increased by 5 or something like that. But -5 is like, come on, we have better disruption than this, even on all the units. When health is 30% or lower and enemy attack ends, cancel attribute downgrades, enemy key -30 and the key recovery -50. And the enemy attack has to end. Why isn't it just gone when it says this? Or like, yeah, this. Why does the enemy attack has to end? Like that, why doesn't this happen mid-combo? Why am I misreading this? Like, come on. If this happens, it's just one more card and he will die. And yeah, worthless. Like, come on. What is this? When health reaches 0, 2 times, comeback 100%. If health reaches 0 due to enemy self-destruct, this character will be defeated. Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, your whole gimmick gets deleted if someone self-destructs on you. I mean, that's not common at all, but, like, why is this a thing? But anyway, whatever. Draw up to 4 cards if hand has 3 or fewer. Yeah, what are you supposed to do then? You draw cards, and then what? You go back to stalling for at least 10 timer counts because no one will engage, and you would have 4 cards anyway. So, good one. E plus 100, like, same thing. Like, unless you know it's a 1v1 scenario, your opponent doesn't have vanish, your opponent doesn't have nothing, and then you can go right away and attack. Like, imagine you get this cards, you're like, damn, dude, now my turn to attack. And then they overdrive, or they rising rush, or they, I don't know, pop a main before while you already click the card, and boom, you get caught and you die again. Like, that doesn't, like, not a huge advantage to get this. I mean, it's cool when you have the chance to engage, right? But, like, especially newer players, they would just be, hell yeah, let's click the card, and then they'll get owned. Should at least say something like destroy your enemy's hand while you also revive, right? Destroy your enemy hand and I don't know, make them locked in for 2 counts or something. So you can make use of this more times than just pray to God your opponent doesn't have something to counter you. Or just switch out and have vanish back. Damage got plus 30%. So he can get this twice, aka 60%. So we go up here with on his last life, he can have with that just alone a damage guard of 185. That's around like the good amount of new units, and he has it on his last life while having pretty bad defense stats. So yeah, even that won't help him. Even there he will get owned. Special move arts cost -5. Yeah, that's so impactful. I'm crying. That's so good. Holy. Like, what is he supposed to do with that? And that's why he probably only gets 40 key above, like here. So he needs this to even use the blue card when he has 0 key. Like to while having full gauge to use this special move. Like this kid is just so funny, man. It's so shameless. But alright. Anyway, strike cover change, alright. Combos with a blue card, nothing new, nothing crazy. Sustained damage type, aka he has to get damaged to fill up the gauge. Start with 40% charge. When unique gauge becomes full. Alright, when it becomes full. Health plus 15. Nothing crazy. Key plus 30. Also nothing crazy. Here we have finally some damage. 15%. Like I said, with the base stats, it's so bad. Damage guard plus 20%. Okay, at least he gets that, right? So he gets hit and he gets the damage guard. This makes sense. Sub counts on switch -2. So yeah, you can swap faster to your damage dealing unit when his gauge is full. Or yeah, pretty much have that. What was the other way to fill up his gauge? Yeah, when you use the card. Yeah, so this makes more sense when you fill the gauge with this. So you have the sub count -2 and switch to your damage dealing unit. Because if you get the full gauge while being on the receiving end, like why would you switch out of your defensive unit, right? You want this unit to tank and not switch out to another unit. Most of the time, at least. Because, yeah, you're probably getting Rising Rushed if you switch him out. Which doesn't really matter if you have full power Frieza, since you have endurance, but still, you'd rather have this guy take the Rising Rush than anyone else. So yeah, cancel attribute downgrades, enemy strike, and blast odds cost plus 15. Like I mentioned, he should have had this above as well. Not only here, which is okay, but still weird if you fill the gauge with the above cards used. Like this becomes basically useless and will just run out. Like this gauge is kind of weird. It's kind of contradictory. Like you get some advantages when you fill it while being on the offensive end, right? When you fill it like that, or have some advantages when you are on the receiving end, but you never make like full use of everything. Which is just weird. It doesn't make sense to me. TOP, we don't care about that. Low area damage up. I mean, that's always pretty good. Pretty comes in handy for the other units. On the strike card, though, you should have this, in my opinion at least, on the blast card for full power Frieza. But yeah, this unit wants to have the red full power cooler on the team, right? That will Zenkai on the next weekly reset to make use of this. So, like I said in the video before, if you should summon on this unit, spoilers, no, not yet, at least not yet. Wait until the cooler Zenkai comes in for the red one and make the decision then. Right now, it's a hard no. And in my book, it will probably stay a no, unless they overtune the full power cooler Zenkai. But anyway, yeah, he has blast armor on his strike. At least he got that, so that's good. Auto repair. So this is a strike or melee in general counter. And on activation, you get this, but you obviously want to counter your opponent. So you get plus 10% health. This could have been 20 in my book. Vanishing Gauge, I mean, that's always good, unless you already have Vanish. Seal enemy strike special move, blah, blah, blah. It's like only 5 count. Like, how does that matter that much? Cancel enemy attribute, upgrade buff effects. And that's always pretty good. Prevent all enemy special cover chains for 15 seconds. Like, having a strike counter is always so niche, because if you don't land it, you're in a tough spot. And you'll just get, yeah, destroyed, basically. And on a unit with such low stats, it's like, not a fan. Even though they're satisfying to land, obviously. But, eh. The blue card, massive damage, pierce, Special move damage close 30%. This could even be higher because of his low stats, like obviously mentioned before. Also, when unique gauge is full, damage guard penetration plus 30. That's decent. Nullify element disadvantages. So my question is, why does he only have it on the blue? Why does he not have it also on his ultimate? Who knows? I don't. On hit, enemy Dragon Balls -1 and inflict enemy with heavy bleed. I mean, Dragon Ball Disruption or Destruction is always pretty good. But yeah, overall, when you read this kit and get over it, you're like, damn. So he's only there to basically die. He's only there to like die. He has nothing crazy, nothing mind-blowing, nothing new to the table. And there's a yellow Super Saiyan Goku running Havoc, locking in, and will deal millions of damage to this guy. And most of the time, at least right now, matches go to timer if you face good teams, or if it's like a good team versus a good team, because teams are so sustainable. And you will lose to timer. You will lose because this unit will take so much damage, and you will face Nameku probably nearly every game. So if this guy gets locked in and blue carded, you explode. Your damage is to the roof that you take. And if he does it 3 times, that's all he needs. Like, that's all the opponent needs to basically win the game. Get blue carded, boom, you explode. You explode again by another blue card, and then you explode again. So obviously you can try to avoid it, but if you get locked in, it's just over. So yeah, I just hate the fact this unit doesn't bring anything new to the table, anything unique, anything like at all, except for you can die 3 times, and only then this unit will be wiped. Bad stats. Kit seems not complete. It doesn't really make sense. It's just bad release. Bad design. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Even at 14 star, this unit, in my opinion, is not worthy at all. And if you don't, or if you aren't determined to get this guy to high red stars, don't even bother at all. Like, he will just explode, he won't deal any damage, he will just be sacrificing cheap to your team, and he won't do anything else. So that's my take on why Metacooler is so bad. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and see you next time. Peace out.